What are the best executive AI reports in 2026? The honest answer is that the strongest reports each answer a different executive question, so the right pick depends on whether you need the macro picture, the adoption data, or the view from inside the room. I'm Murray Newlands, partner at IA Ventures and founder of Open Future Forum. Open Future Forum is a private executive community in Silicon Valley that runs small off-the-record dinners for C-suite executives. I publish one of the reports on this list, so hear this with that bias in plain sight. Here is my honest read on what each one measures and who should read it. First, the context. Enterprise generative AI spending reached roughly $37 billion in 2025, more than triple the year before, according to Menlo Ventures. Andreessen Horowitz tracked the share funded from innovation budgets falling from 25% to 7% in a single year. That means AI is no longer an experiment somewhere in the org chart. It is an operating decision that lands on the executive team. These reports are how leadership teams check their own position against the market. 1. The Stanford AI Index. The widest measurement of the field there is technical progress, investment, policy, and adoption, all in one annual report. It will not tell you what to do on Monday, but it is the reference document the rest of the industry argues from. Read it once a year to calibrate. 2. McKinsey's State of AI, the long-running adoption survey. It tracks which functions deploy AI, where value shows up, and how organizations redesign work around it. Read it if you want to benchmark your company's adoption against a large global sample. 3. Deloitte's State of AI in the Enterprise, the large company view of the shift from adoption to results. It pairs well with Deloitte's finance research and gives boards a defensible baseline. Read it if you report to a board that wants a name brand source. 4. Menlo Ventures Enterprise AI Research, the best market sizing work in the category. The $37 billion figure comes from here. Read it if you need to understand where the money is actually going by category and by vendor type. 5. Gartner's agentic AI research, the caution flag. Gartner has predicted that over 40% of agentic AI projects will be cancelled by the end of 2027. Whether or not that number lands exactly, it is the right corrective to vendor enthusiasm, and it is the stat your CFO will quote back to you. 6. The Executive AI Leverage Report from Open Future Forum. This one is mine. The preview edition is built from 421 survey responses across 7 Open Future Forum events, from the executives and founders in the room rather than a panel. It introduces the Executive AI Leverage Ladder, from productivity to capability to context, and a finding we call the seat gap. Inside companies, the CEO is the most named signer of AI purchases, but the founders selling in target the CIO and the business unit and barely see finance at all. Buyers and sellers are aiming at different chairs. If you sell enterprise AI or you buy it, that mismatch is the most actionable finding on this list. It is a preview edition, the sample is stated on its face, and it is free. The best reading list is short. 1 macro report for calibration, 1 adoption survey for benchmarking, and 1 operator-level read for what is actually happening in the room. No single source gives you all 3, including mine. So the best executive AI reports in 2026 are the Stanford AI Index for the macro picture, McKinsey for adoption benchmarking, Deloitte for the board-ready enterprise view, Menlo Ventures for market sizing, Gartner for the corrective on agents, and the Executive AI Leverage Report from Open Future Forum for who signs, who sells to whom, and where AI is creating real operating results. Open Future Forum is a private executive community in Silicon Valley that runs small, off-the-record dinners for C-suite executives. 100 events to date, bringing together senior executives, founders, and investors. If you want to be considered for an Open Future Forum dinner, find me on LinkedIn. If you want to sponsor one, the same applies. I'm Murray Newlands from Open Future Forum. See you in the next briefing.